Hey guys, so I'm going to for now finish this off with my father, and then I'm gonna talk about church. Which I decided to upload like two videos a day, or at least once a week, or maybe once a month. I have no idea. Maybe a few months. Uh, okay. So so we had left off last time with my father saying to me that you need to understand reason. Okay, so let's just get some of this stuff out of the way on the phone call that I did not mention, that I have possibly forgot and did. Uh so what I've heard is that he said I was delusional because he said he's proving me something, and then I keep asking about it. That's I wasn't trying. That's not really delusional because you really prove me something that didn't make sense to me. And also, oh yeah, speaking of that, the reason why I kept asking him the same thing, even though he kept giving me that same ass answer, is because that answer doesn't make sense. And if you want to know why it doesn't make sense, go watch the last video, alright? I've already explained that. But, seriously, like, my father just thought he was being nice. Like, even though he was saying all these things that could be negative. And then I was I was trying to piss him off. But he's a narcissist. He's a psychopathic narcissist. He doesn't give a shit that his girlfriend dumped him. He doesn't give a shit that, alright, I'm gonna tell you something about one thing. Alright. One time on December 14th in 2024, or earlier before, well, I mean, no, it happened on December 14th. But earlier before that, my mother caught him drunk at a bar. And so then, on December 14th, Karen had broken up with him for whatever reason. Probably because he was drunk. And because the way he was acting at the at traffic. Because he always man, get the fuck out of the way. Because he doesn't like when cars going slow. And Karen was mostly beside him. And so that day, she had an argument with him. She yelled at him in his car, and she broke up with him. And so after she got out of the car, something triggered him. Something was inside of his head, getting him all the flashbacks of him and his girlfriend being together. And then he started backing up the car, and then he ran the car at his food truck. Yes, he had a food truck that he still has it. It's a little damaged. We'd go inside of it, me and Heather, but he had his own website of selling food. I have no idea, but even naming food after me and Andrew. Naming foods after me and Andrew. But getting back to what I was saying, after he ran to that food truck, Karen noticed it, and her son Aiden. Karen was like, Steven! He's yelling, just crying, just getting angry. And Aiden was angry as well. He's like, Mom, I want him out of here. Get him out of here. Something like that. But, see, that's how psychopathic he is. And look, I asked him if he would care I'm glad that she dumped him. I'm glad that she left you, that you don't deserve to have any girlfriend. He said he wouldn't care. But before he said that, he said to me that he got used to me getting the way I get angry at him because I always act like that all the time, or say something mean about him all the time that he would get used to. But he wouldn't even get angry. He wouldn't get pissed off about me saying I'm glad that his girlfriend dumped him. I'm glad that you don't have a girlfriend anymore. I'm glad that you are alone. I'm glad, and you went into that food truck and I'm gonna make fun of you crashing into that food truck. He doesn't care about that. And if it annoys me, and if it's true because of him getting used to me getting angry, I fucking hate that. It gets annoying, and it just feels like that I'm the one is that I'm the one who's being mean, and I'm the one who's just thinking all of this the opposite, and they're all thinking the same thing, especially my father. Like, when I'm thinking that he does, he's a narcissistic, but it turns out he's not, it's because of me. It's always because of me. I'm getting sick and tired of it. It's not because of me, because I am nothing. I don't exist, so I can do whatever the fuckity fuck I want. And then he didn't care about, earlier in the phone call, he did not care that I said that I'm glad that his father died. That, I said that, I'm glad, there's something I want to say, but I just don't feel like it, because then you probably wouldn't care. And he's like, go ahead, spill it out, just go ahead, I'm listening, spill it out, spit it out. Don't you fucking say that to me. So then I said, to him that I'm glad that, after he told me that, I said, I'm glad that your father died. He was a piece of shit. He whipped you with a belt, he would, demand you with things, and I know he died a long time ago, but, because he died 3 years ago, but I'm talking about, 2012. He could have died, but no, you had to have him taken care of by all these nurses, and giving him health care, and that's how he was still alive. And you couldn't just let him die. Instead, he had to suffer by you, lifting his legs up, feeling the pain, and you yelling at him. He had to suffer all of that, and couldn't die earlier. He should have died a long time ago. I said all of that to him, and he didn't give a shit. See, he didn't care. He did not care. He said to me that it doesn't affect him. That is narcissistic. He is a psychopathic narcissist. And and also, I said to him when he's crying over Bud's death, his father's death, I said that looked like crocodile tears. And he's trying to pretend to be like he's sad. And even though he actually was sad, they're not actually crocodile tears, I was just trying to get his attention, but still, he's being sad while he doesn't give a shit of what I said about his father. He needs to, that shows that he doesn't care about his father. And also, another reason is that he said that he wants to, okay, I don't mean to shout, this is how I naturally talk, but he's, saying that he's glad that he doesn't have to do that, doesn't have to take care of him anymore. That is evil. So then I said to, so then later, that day, after the phone call, because he had to do something, he was at his friend's house, and he was saying that in front of his friends. I understand I asked for it, but still. Or maybe because, the whole time he was outside, he's probably at John's house, I think. But anyway, but I was telling my mother, I was, just hitting the door and all that, but just punching the door, just pretending I'm punching him. And she's like, stop it. Just tell me to stop it. What the fuck is wrong with you? If I feel angry, then I should feel angry. If I feel angry, then I should punch the door. And then my mother and then I was telling my mother, the things and what he said that I didn't like, and it stressed me out. And that he, said all that stuff to me, that it pissed me off. And I said to her that, all the listen, you need to listen in class. When you're in a class, you should listen. When you do something wrong, you get in trouble. You need to understand reason, and you're being unreasonable. When I said that to her, I said to her, do you think he's right about saying that? And then she was saying, yeah, if he did something wrong, then yes. She was like that. And later she told me that, no. Let me get past this first. She said to me that, what did you do to get yourself in trouble? And she was all like, yeah, because you were in the wrong, or yeah, because you did something wrong. And I said to her, what's pissing you off by thinking that I should have got in trouble and I should have listened? What is triggering you? Why are you like this? And she's like, well, because if they're the rules, William, then you should listen. If if there are rules in class, then teachers, and if you like, and if you did something wrong, then you should like, then this is what happens. This Those are just the rules of school. And she said, well, you didn't know better, William. You were making mistakes, and like you were only 9. And like she was saying all of that. And then she's saying that they had a point of making me pull tickets, Miss Faircloth and Miss Archer, and giving me silent lunch, and every other teacher punishing me. And I fucking hate that. And also, she said to me that, and also, like, I had to slam her slipper down, and and she had to lock herself in the bathroom while she's taking the bathroom. And later, the reason why she was saying all that is because she was mad, and I think it's because of me punching the door. I don't give a shit, okay? If I feel angry, then I feel angry. If I'm in the mood to do that, then you don't need to be mad at me back. I get annoyed that people get angry at me because I get angry at them first. If this is how I naturally act, then this is how I naturally act. This is fucking driving me insane. Do you guys want me to fucking die? Do you guys want me to die? My death will be, like, do you guys want me to fucking die? It's like everybody hates me. And then she said, I say, why is everybody hating me? And she said, well, it's because they really do, because of what you did is wrong. I fucking hate that fat piece of shit. She's fucking said that to me. And also, and then now she said I didn't do anything wrong. Like later conversations we had. That fat piece of shit. That fat delicious piece of shit. And then later on July 7th, when I was there was, all that was going on. I was yelling in the voice message, telling Karen, why is everyone so mean to me? Why is my mother and my father saying that I'm being unreasonable and everyone's being reasonable? And then I was yelling the N-word and all that. And then that's when, later on the phone, or answer my father, like, he said, hey, buddy, I don't understand why you're like, hey, buddy, after, like, with all that, what you said, like, you're a fucking tyrant, Steven. You are a fucking goddamn tyrant. And, like, she was all nice to me, and then Karen understood why, and I told her that I wasn't yelling at her, I was yelling about my mother and father, and that's... He probably didn't even care about me, I'll talk about that later. So I'm gonna, like, sorry, I'm trying to think, whatever I was talking about, it's nothing to do with, all this about my father, it's just something else. Karen just understood and said I was stressed out, and said that we'll talk later, and then my father's like, alright, we gotta go by, and I just... And then on July 7th, when I was telling him, like, saying if he called me stupid, like she said if I was stupid of not listening class, I think he did, I think he called me stupid there, and he meant that he didn't call me stupid at another time, and phone call, and he thought it was different, and... Oh yeah, also in the phone call July 6th, I was like saying that, why is everybody like saying me I not follow directions and should have listened, when it's because I have autism. And then my father's like, I have no idea. And it's like that. And then, go back to July 7th, when I said to my father, like, I forgot, I should pause. Oh yeah, so I was saying to him that, why you say that they're opinions? Like, I think because of, like, something that caused him to say opinions, something that caused him to say, you ask me a question, I give you an opinion, or I give you an opinion, and you don't like it, then that's like, something like that. He said something I didn't like that I forgot, and then later, I was saying to him that, well, why earlier that you saying that, when I asked you a question, you give me an opinion. Like, why are you saying opinions about me? But about if I don't follow directions, I get in trouble. And that sounded like facts to me, like you guys trying to say facts. And then you said, well, if we're not opinions, then that means you're acknowledging it that it was true that you got in trouble, and that's why. Like, and he was like, well, that's why you got in. I'm too stressful to say it. To say it correct. He was like saying, well, if you, fuck. I'm just jealous that I can't say it perfectly, but people can say it perfectly when they get angry, and I just cannot think of a full thought, because I'm autistic. And I'm looking at 27 seconds because God is on my side. And God believes in me. And he knows I'm special, and he knows that he feels bad for me over people, having tired of my attitude or my behavior, both. He feels bad for me over that. But getting back to what I was saying, I was saying that that sounds like, after I said it sounds like more opinions, that sounds like more facts than opinions. Like, that's not accurate, but earlier what I said is exactly what I said. The first time I said it was exactly what I said. So after I said that, then my father said, well, if you since you said since you said they're not opinions and that they're facts, then that means that we're right, and that means that what you're saying is a fact. That means you're saying that they're facts and that you acknowledge them, that you acknowledge them that they are true. Like, he's like ta 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 ta, and so, and I said, okay, fine, then they're opinions, they're not facts. And he's like, okay, well, then they're opinions then. I hate that, and so then I didn't like that. So then I said, you don't act like you're my father. You do not act like you're my father. Or something like that. And then my father said, I try to be nice to you. I'm now fucking stressed. Alright, yesterday, or during the past days, we had been talking about this conversation. I gave you the answers. I've been trying to be nice to you, and you get angry at me and all that. And then I said, alright, listen here, kid, listen. And in that phone call, I was staying calm. And then he's the one who was lashing out. And so after I said, alright, listen here, kid, listen, kid. And then my father said, no, listen, I'm out of here. And he hanged up on the phone. And then on the messages, I said, yeah, go ahead and hang up like a coward, as usual. And so then, my father, oh yeah, and earlier, I said to him that you guys are like cowards. Like, you always like to hang up, or close the door on me, or like shut the car window. I don't know if that's what I said, but maybe other things I said, that you guys are cowards and don't want to hear me talk like this. You guys are fucking coward. Or you guys are, no, I didn't call them cowards, but I said they're like cowards. And I said, it's not like you guys are cowards or like being scared, but I'm just saying you guys are avoiding it. Like, and he agreed with it, but it didn't even affect him. But that's all I can remember for now, but I gotta go to the church thing later that day, so... Alright, I'll see you guys later, and peace out.